All right, all right. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. My name is Melanie Levitz, and I am in beautiful sunny Florida. Let us know where you're dialing in from. Comment in the chats, put in the chat where you're calling in from. I hope it's as warm as here. I think today is a nice, it's nice 78 degrees. The sun is out, or 87, it just jumped up. That was the morning temperature. 87 degrees, beautiful weather. Blanca's down here in sunny Florida, I know that. So welcome, everybody. Again, my name is Melanie Levitz, and I'm originally from Miami, kind of grew up learning what not to do. Both my parents were the troublemakers of their family, and I decided to join the Air Force 20 years ago this year. And I'm so grateful that I did, because I was able to be introduced to an amazing concept, home-based businesses, online Wi-Fi money, right? And I got to meet some amazing people. And today I'm not going to share my story with you. I'm going to have you meet somebody very dear and special to me that I've been blessed to meet through this amazing platform. I probably would have never got to meet you, Monte, if it wasn't for this. Right. And to get to grow together and build a team together and become leaders together and watch each other win together and have families. Congratulations to you and your beautiful boy and your amazing wife. If you guys don't know, Monte is a soldier. He's a Marine over 26 years. Thank you, brother, for your service. He's been in our industry of network marketing for 7 years. He's a man of faith without a doubt. There is no question when he opens his mouth, you can tell immediately he comes straight from the source. He's all about family. And he is what we call the motivator, Monte Hay. And I'm excited to have him not only here with you guys on Zoom, but also live on my own personal Facebook page, as we were having difficulties with our group 7 Figures Social Marketing Secrets. So some of my friends, you may be watching this, you're like, what's going on? We usually don't broadcast this live over here. We broadcast it in our group, but we're having complications. And that just proves to show you that how much I respect this gentleman, how much I have, how much value he brings to the table, not for himself and his team, but for all of us. So without further ado, the one and only, the motivator, Monte Hay. Take it away, Monte.
Hey, what's going on, Mel? I just truly appreciate you being you. And you're right. God has I call it a crazy way of putting people in our lives. Over 7 years ago, almost 7 years ago, got introduced to network marketing. I probably never would have met you and many other people on this call if it wasn't for that. So first and foremost, I give God every bit of the glory. I just thank you for your leadership. I thank you for just being you. But the most important thing is to share, whatever I have. And like I was telling you offline, I can't give you 99.999. I got to give you everything. So if this is a game of cards right now, you don't see 1 card, 2 cards, 3 cards, 4 cards. This is poker. You see all 5 cards in my hands. So hopefully the listeners are taking notes, because I'm going to give you some things that's going to come straight from the heart. I'm just going to tell you some things, that I believe in and what I'm actually doing. Nothing I'm thinking about doing, but some things I'm actually doing. So a little bit about me, like you said, I spent 26 years in the Marine Corps. A beautiful wife you see in the background, beautiful wife, Kiyomi, my baby boy, Micah. And I came into the Marine Corps back in 1991 because I come from a small hometown in South Carolina with 2,900 people, 2 stoplights, 2 grocery stores, 1 big restaurant called Hardee's. And I just want to do something to help my family, so what you see from me is what you get. So I came in, I did my time, but the whole time I was in, I had a chance to go to school. I had a chance to do some other things. But I said, what can I do to put food on the table for my mom, my grandma, my brothers? God rest one of my brothers' souls. He's 21 years old, was killed in a train accident in 2004. So I said, I want to do something like that. So I came in and I did my time. And one thing about it is my why is strong, because my why for doing what I'm doing is attached to my hometown, because there's a lot of crime there. There's some things you probably seen what happened, with George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. That's happening in my hometown. So I said to myself, I got to start with why. There's a book for those in personal development, Start With Why, by Simon Sinek. Definitely read that. So I started everything with why. And one thing about what I'm doing in network marketing, like I tell my team, like I'm telling you, it's not about travel. It's not about skincare, not about nutrition, not about business. This is about family. And what can I do to help out the family? And that's why I'm here today, just to make sure I share with you everything that I'm doing, Mel.
Yes, I cannot wait. I have my pen and paper. I'm ready to take some notes. And you hit some really amazing things already. You know, you talked about the why, and I want to dig a little deeper on that because it is exactly what you said. Start with why. I actually met Simon Sinek before joining network marketing, got his book signed and everything. Out of this world book, get the book. But he really discussed, like, you know, when you see Apple or when you see Nike and they talk about their products, they're not talking about the product, they're talking about their service and how it relates to their product. And that's the same thing here. Like, you're building a business, right? And you would be successful today if you already had the skills and the mindset to get you where you need to go. That's not the case. If you're listening and you want to grow, it all starts with why. And I would ask yourself, you know, what's your pain? What is hurting you? What is it that you must have before exiting this amazing life that we get to live? So Monte, you know, kick it off. Tell us a little bit about your history and what brought you into network marketing.
And absolutely. You know, my history in the Marine Corps, you know, there were some things that happened before I came in the Marine Corps. But back in 1996, I was introduced by a guy by the name of, the guy rest his soul, Byron Gale. He was in the Marine Corps, retired Master Gunnery Sergeant, and he gave me a planner. I'm like, well, why you give me this planner? And I didn't know that he was grooming me for recruiting duty. And so I'm going to touch on that. He was grooming me for recruiting duty. And so I said, well, you know, why you give me this? He said, well, you got to start out with a plan. If you don't have a plan, you know, you're not really serious about what you're doing. And so I came out on recruiting duty and I did well. I was a successful recruiter down in Monroe, North Carolina. But then I said, well, you know, in network marketing in 2014, when I was introduced to this, I knew it was about sales. I knew it was about helping people. I knew it was about recruiting. So I said, what can I do to apply what I learned in the past from recruiting duty to here? You know, so it started out, you know, with bringing out, you know, the lists and the contacts, but most importantly, who can I help? And I'm inspired by helping people. So that's my drive. That's my motivation, is to go out there and help people. So as I went on my journey in network marketing, I said, well, I just want to make sure I do my part. You know, so long story short, you know, I'm here just to make sure that, you know, I drop anything down here that you can actually pick up. But it's about staying committed. There's 4 keys in this. And I learned this from a gentleman you probably know, Eric Wispowski. You know, in this, he says 4 keys to becoming successful in this. The first key is to be coachable, trainable, and teachable. And I wasn't that way. I wasn't that way because I knew the Marine Corps, you know, and I skipped every female, you know, when I first started, you know, and now females are killing it in this, and you're one of them, you know, so be coachable, trainable, teachable. The second one is to have a strong desire and having a strong why. You know, if the why is not deep, and my why is my hometown, my why is my family, my why is you, my why is my team, and that's why I continue to push. The third one is having good or great credibility with our contacts. One thing about me is I have to continue to work on myself, because if I'm not a person that's of great character, that's positive, that's driven, that's motivated, no one really want to see what I do. So I need to start with that. And the last one, and I'll leave this with everyone, I know you shaking it up. I already got mine this morning in the gym, that secret energy, is just make sure that you learn to go through the nose, having that thick skin, having that rhino skin. Because if someone tells you no, it doesn't matter. The most important thing is to know the numbers, you know, so I don't hold myself with seeing that there's 10,000 people, or I'm in Texas right now, 7 million people in the DFW Metroplex. I'll say the US has 331 million people. The world has 8 billion people. There's more than enough. I'm going to go out and I'm going to find a Melanie Levitz. I'm going to find a Chris Man. I'm going to find a Greg G's. I'm going to find a Blanc. I'm going to find whoever's on. I'm going to find those that want to win. It's just a matter of just continue to push. So, but, you know, my why is very deep. My passion for doing this is like no other. And like I said before, I have to give you every single thing that I have, because what if this is my last time, Mel? And that's how I treat every single person I talk to. This is me coming from the heart. I don't have a script. What if this is the last time I talk to you? What if this is the last time I show somebody this? What if the last time I reach out to someone? If this is the last time, I got to give you everything. And when I leave you with something, it's always going to be something positive. It's going to always be something up. Even if you tell me no, I'm still going to go ahead and give you every single thing that I have. So I treat every day like that's my very last day, because one of these days, that's going to be the case for all of us.
Wow. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I just left Zumba today, and unfortunately, I haven't been able to go live. The internet has been down. But the instructor is like, "Hey, after Zumba class, I love to buy everyone a coffee." And I was like, "Whoa!" They're like, her classes get full, and everybody, like, nobody can make it except me. And it was because I changed my schedule. Normally, I'm lifting now after Zumba, and everybody else was, or they had to pick up school, they had to pick up kids, or whatever the case may be. And she's like, "It's just us." And I was like, "That's fine. It's cool." She's like, "If you want to go work out, we can make it another time." I was like, "No, what if there's not another time? Like all the people still working out, like what if there wasn't a tomorrow for our Zumba instructor and we could have had today to have coffee with her?" So for me, I'm the same way, Monty. It's like today is today, now is now. And when people start living in the moment now and taking action after their goals now, they're going to see the results. And in a year, 2 years from now, they're not going to be the same person saying, "Man, I wish I would have did it 2 months ago or a year ago," right? And wish I'd have ranked up during that time to get here. So it's now, it's always now. And you talked about having a thick skin. I love that, because people will really tell you some evil, mean things. And you thought they were your family, you thought they were your best friends. And all of a sudden, you either start a business or you become successful and create abundance of income or time freedom. And then your friends look at it as if you changed, but in reality, we're so personally grown and developed, we only got better. We only became better people in the world with more income to give more and to help more. And to have a thick skin backbone, I would say take your thumb right here, and remember, when you put it on your back, there's a spine there. And with faith and with God and with the shield of armor, everything is possible. Everything is possible. So you just have to have faith as small as a mustard seed. I was telling you before the call, Monte, that you reminded me of this Marine that is really crushing in the world to help people understand that it's all about the mindset. Everything else is cake. And you'll know now when I tell you, it's David Goggins. Remember? Yo, on the dot. Does not, if you guys feel me, put in the comments, David Goggins. This is the Monte David Goggins on our team. Yo, Monte, for real, like that is an utmost respect gentleman that you resemble to the T. Because I know without a doubt you will go the distance no matter what war, no matter what tragedy, no matter what obstacle. And I know for a fact that I could call on you and you'll be right there behind my back. So I love you, brother. Tell us some of your secrets on how you hit the top 10, bro. 22 customers, right? Last month. And now you have a goal of 55 this month. So I'd love to hear where that's taking place and how it's going for you.
Yes. And Edward says Navy SEAL, now Marine. He was in the Navy,
yes,
but it's all
SEAL.
good. But yes. Shout out to everybody out there, that has served, that will serve. I really appreciate it. And for you saying David Goggins, I follow David Goggins a lot. And for you saying that, you just fired me up just to do a little bit more. Maybe I'll go for 56 this month. I really don't know. But now I'm gonna take you back to the origin, because this is something that recently started. I wasn't there. We were in travel a long time ago. You already know this. But then at the end of November, that's when I started doing. I said I thought I'd never do skincare, nutrition, and all of that. And so I said, well, I want to make sure I'm in better shape. So I got to be a product of the product. I got to make sure that I use these things. I have eczema. I have things that physical fitness goals I have set for myself. And I remember you're telling me something about the aftershave. And I use what you're saying with the aftershave, with the razor bumps, and you can see, we get kind of smooth a little bit. Yeah, but anyway,
yes.
But in February, a lot of people don't know this. In January, I signed up 16 people. In February, I signed up 22 people. In March, I didn't know what I was going to sign up in March, but there was a guy by the name of Jesse McPherson. He's a Crown Royal in this company. And so he shared the story about his mother. I don't know if people remember this. I said, just because I heard Jesse's story, I'm going for 50 in March. And I ended up getting 35. I didn't know that there was, I told it may have blown past me. I didn't know there was a promotion during that time. And so I'm sitting down there, I knew I put in, a lot of people in sales and things like that. And I appreciate those that are actually supporting me. And I'm going to tell you the script. I'm going to give you the script of what I actually use. So that way y'all can use this too. And so I was sitting down, and we're at an event we just had, Elevate in Frisco, Texas. And I was sitting down by Greg Jenkins. And I looked at him and it had the top 10 and I saw number 10. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. But the first thing I thought about was my last name. I like, that's my last name. I'm representing my family. Then I'm representing my team. Then I'm representing, those that believe in me. I didn't really see myself on that screen. It was like a blur. But this is what I did. It's about starting out with an action plan. I learned this from Marine Corps recruiting duty. In Marine Corps recruiting duty, we have what we call a month in sight. So Jefferson Santos said this, top leader in the company, I follow him. He said, schedule your success. So I said, okay, if it's good enough for Jefferson Santos, it's good enough for me. So what I did is I just started mapping out my month. So at the end of every month, I map out the next month in detail, known events. If I got an event and I got something going on with my family, I got my faith, I put my Bible in blue letters. So that way I don't forget, I never forget to make sure that I tap into the source, and then I just started, just putting down my plan. So I got bookends. And so what I mean by that is I had the beginning of the day is the faith. The end of the day is the faith. The middle of the day is the faith. And then I have to ask Kiyomi, what time do you need? Because I got to ask for permission. How much time can I have, or when do you want me to actually be? So she wants me in early in the morning and late at night. She let me do whatever I do in the middle. I said, now I got my prospecting activities. So one thing that Eric Wispowski said, and even though I showed the video to a lot of people, but this is a brand new business for me. So if it's a brand new business, then we have a store. Why not ask? So I think about all those people in the 26 years I was in the Marine Corps. I coach, if you didn't know this, I coached basketball, Mel, in the Marine Corps. I had a male team. I had a female team. I called my big kids. Then I had youth sports that I coached. I said, who are those people that I helped along the way? Who are those people that I coached, I mentored, I advised, and just asked them for support? And I heard this from Eric Wispowski, and I'm going to share this with you. And some of you probably already know this. Eric Wispowski said this: for those that you know, that you love, you care for, just ask this. And I would say to you, to Mel, great day to you, Mel. Would you like to support me in purchasing something from my online store? That's it. That is the script. So if you wonder, how did I make the top 10? 90% of the sales came from that script. 90%. So I said, okay, well, I'm going to do, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, so,
go ahead.
Okay, so you can stop me whenever you want to, because I can go because I'm excited about this. So I send that script out. And if someone says sure or yes, I hold them accountable, because I believe there's power in the word. So if you're telling me that you're going to support, if you're telling me yes, okay, now that's your word, because I always keep my word. I never not once kept my word. So I kept my word. But on the very next day, the same people that said, sure, and I'll send them my website. Then the next day I ask them this question. You might want to write this down. It's not rocket science. Great day to you, Mel. Did you need help placing your order? That's it. Most people say no. Some people say yes, but then, I just give it, I give it like a few more. If they say, yes or no, I just give it a few more days. I say, well, I just want to make sure I get back with you, because in this, the fortune is in the follow-up, because there's a lot of people that we forget to follow up with, that we actually show the information to, but we don't follow up with them. Sooner or later, they may end up joining someone else's team, or they may end up not even forgetting the information that you actually give to them. So I go back. So I use the script. The script is, great day to you, Mel. Would you like to support me in purchasing something from my online store? They say yes. When they say yes or sure, I take a look. And this, if they say I'll take a look, I'll check it out, they probably won't do it. they probably won't do it. But if you say yes or sure, more than likely you will. And then 24 hours, the very next day, great day to you, Mel. Did you need any help placing your order? And once again, that's where 90% of the sales come from. The other part is through the process, where we know we got invite, share, enroll, and educate. And I show a video. I'm gonna do a plug for Jefferson Santos. I show his video that's out there. And that's the information that I show. But other than that, this is not right. It's about just believing that you have something great. If I didn't believe I have something great, if I don't believe I have something awesome, why? I'm going to share with everybody. I'm going to share it to the world, because I'm a product of the product. If I'm a product of the product, I got to show you. If I don't show you, I don't love you. I don't care for you. You know, I have nothing to do with you. Because I love you, I want to make sure that I share it with you.
Wow, that's really powerful. And you're absolutely right. If you don't agree with what you're sharing, then you're probably not going to be very successful in it. For me, when we started Monte, it was just travel, right? And with the travel industry, you know, we took a hit. It's okay. People that fall get back up and we do it even better, right? And that just shows time after time after time after so many leaders and great, you know, people in the world that have done that. So it's just proof. Now, when you said that, I was totally with you on getting and asking for support. People love to help. People love to contribute. People love to support. And, you know, like you, Monte, I'm just literally sharing my personal story. We all have a 2020 story. We've all went through some crazy times. Share your personal story, share the company story, and then ask for support. That's it. And I love that you just made it so simple. Lorena, thank you so much. She put it in her group. And for those that are watching live, I see you, Wayne, our brother. I see you, Carla and Holly. Make sure you put a live, an L in the live. Make sure you put an L for the live and R for replay so we can get Monte's story out there and all the algorithms so people can watch and hear and learn. I have stalkers calling me. Let me cancel this. Sorry about that, y'all. I got to block them. They're getting out of control. Anyhow, Lorena wrote it down. Write this down. Somebody that's watching live. We're in 3 groups right now. We shared it to all the groups. Great day to you. Whoever your person is, say their name. And if you've never read How to Win Friends and Influence People, to say someone's name, to hear your own name is like the greatest reward. And for those that are telling people, just call me by this, or I just go by that. No, that's crap. We want to know your real name. It's very special. You are special. So great day to you, Monte. Would you like to support me by purchasing something on my online store? And then the follow-up, like you said, gold. You guys write this down. Put in the comments. Blow it up. The fortune is in the follow-up. I remember, Monte, I don't know if you were at one of our big events. One of the top earners got on stage and he's like, I never follow up. Don't follow up. And I was like, what? Like, that's my moneymaker. Do not tell people do not follow up. That is the moneymaker. How many times did you have to decide on marrying somebody? You had to follow up on dating. You had to follow up on the calls. You had to follow up on, you know, getting the ring and setting the date. And that's all the process. And it's no different than in business and in spirituality and everything. It's all about continuation. I look at following up as consistency. People tell me all the time, you're the most persistent person I've ever met. Because I have a strong why, like Monte. I have a strong pain, desire that I must have something in life. And it's for me, Monte, and I know it's for you, is to just guide the people to the Holy Land, guide the people to financial freedom, guide the people to world peace. And it's thank goodness through social media that we're able to connect like this and share the word of all this knowledge. And you could do it for good. You can do it for bad. Unfortunately, there is a lot of people who are dying because of social media, because of the way the public wants you to look with the filters and all that. That's another story. But you are absolutely right. Fortune is in the follow-up. I love what you said, Monte. Wow. Somebody did ask in the chat, they want to know, was this just an invite through texting or did you actually call people and make the conversation?
Hey, great question. Text message. About 99% of my messages or my contacts is through text. So every time I send that message out, it's via text and not voice.
Okay, so via text. So you're doing a text message. Awesome. And you could do it either way, in my opinion. There's so many ways and forms. I'm either FaceTiming people. It's like different for everybody, right? You kind of know the people you're going to call, whether they do a FaceTime, whether they do a call, whether they do a text. Work whatever you feel is in your tuition and whatever you feel is right. Because what I've learned early on is that you can never say the wrong thing to the right person. Ever. My sponsor that shared with me this amazing concept in industry, I thank him every day. He led me to what was possible, the light, the freedom. And he didn't show me the right way. He didn't even ask me to get started, right? And how many of us, put a 1 in the chat if you did a presentation and never asked somebody at the end to get started? Like that's the one question you should know. Right? Me too, Monte. Me too, right? So wow, so many great things here. If you had about let's say we have about a 5-10 more minutes. What are some things that you like to add so people get to know you and how
Good
you work in your
questions.
ethics?
Yes, absolutely. I don't know if it's, I think someone, I don't know if someone's trying to ask a question or not, but I just want to leave everyone with this. Just be passionate about what you do. Whenever you get started with this, just remember to dig, like you said earlier, to dig into your why and understand that your why is someone that once said a long time ago, your why is what hurts you. So what is your why? Why are you doing this? And my why is once again, it's attached to the people that's in my life, my circle. I got my confidants, I got my hometown, I have my team, I have all of you. We're all in one big team, we're one big family. But then I say, okay, what can I do to bring more peace and more happiness and more joy and more hope into the world? Because with this, secret is a part of what I do. It's not all that I do, because my goals, like you're saying, is who can I help lead to the kingdom? I mean, I move with the kingdom values, I move with the kingdom principles, so just standing firm in my faith and just continue to not stop. There's going to be many times, the people, I thank her for actually introducing this to me, but she's not even around. Not at all. The person above that has nothing to do with it. So I say to myself, I have to find me. If it's me, helping to build my team, I got to take a look at myself in the mirror and say, what am I doing? What am I doing to help my team, to motivate my team, to just help bring out the absolute best in them? And it's just not about business. My team, the ones that I personally sign up, I want to know, how is your family? How are you doing? How are you doing at work? And just building relationships. I'll leave you and everybody with this. Continue to build relationships with the people that's in your life. And we got 3 different markets in this and network marketing. You got your cold market, you got your warm market, you got your hot market. So some people may ask, how do you make your cold market warm? Build a relationship. How do you make your warm market hot? Build a relationship. How do you make your hot market white hot? Build a relationship, because you never know who's going to say what. I can tell you this, a lot of people from my hometown don't even want to see the video, don't even want to support. But I have people, I just recently had someone, just had a purchase I never met before. So it's a matter of just reaching out to people and just reaching out to people and reaching out to people, and don't stop. Because whenever, we say to ourselves that, that we're going to be comfortable, and we probably heard this, be uncomfortable, but be comfortable in being uncomfortable. Whenever we say to ourselves that we're just going to settle, now we're living with a 99%er attitude. I believe in the 1%er attitude. So if I want to be a 1 to 3%ers, I got to follow what the 1 to 3%ers do. And the 1 to 3%ers are crushing the game, not just in here in network marketing. I'm talking about, overall in life. I consider Steve Jobs a 1%er. I consider Walt Disney a 1%er. I consider Oprah Winfrey a 1%er. So I'm following that, because someone once said, in order to have what other people have, you got to do some of the things that they do. So if I have someone that's making $1 million in this, and some people are, I got to do what they do. If I do what they do on a continuous basis and everybody's run is not the same, I got to do that. But if I do a quarter of what they do, I may have 250,000. I'm not all about the money, but I say, okay, well, if I get this, what can I give back? People don't know this. Part of what I do in secret goes back to my hometown. There's an organization called DIG, Dreams, Imagination, Gifted. It's a DIG STEM program. I'm gonna shout out a name. His name is Stephen Brown. I don't know if he's going to watch this video. So it's about, okay, yeah, we can do this. Yes, no one wants to go into a business not to make money. So we have a store. This is a major key right now. And all of us is in the company we're in. We all have a store. But if you're not reaching out to people, your store is not open for business. It's closed. So how about open the store, reach out to people, and let them tell you no. Somewhere, it was a book called Go for No. I go for the no's every single day. Mel, I got a box of like about 1,500 no's. I do. I'm gonna send you a picture of my shoe box. I got a box system. That's another call. I got a box system, about 1,500 no's. As I said, if I go through that, eventually the yeses are going to come. So are we willing to go through the no's in order to get to the yeses? Are we willing to push through the pain in order to get to the success? Success is a choice. Success leaves a trail of major clues every single day of the week and 2 times on Wednesday. So if success leaves major clues every single day of the week, why not follow the gems? Why not follow the trails? Do the things that successful ones are doing, and you can have some of the things that the successful ones have. I'm coming from the heart because you know me. I got to give it to you 150, 300% because I don't know if this video could cut off. God said your heart is beating so much that it's time for you to go. So I got to give it to you because I don't know if this is my last time. So if this is my last time, I'm going to tell every single one of you that's in secret, this is what we do. Ain't no mystery. Secret is not going to be a secret for long. Everybody in Secret Nation, you have an opportunity to change the game. Change the game. I'm giving you permission to change the game. I'm giving you permission to elevate yourself. Not just elevate yourself, but elevate every single person around you that believes in you. Your son may be believing in you. Your daughter, your niece, your nephew, your mom, your dad may be believing in you. And ask yourself, if I don't do what I do, how would that affect my family? I do it because it's a must. Like you said, it's a must. It's a must. It's not a try. It's not anything like that. It's a must that I pour my heart, my energy, my soul into every single thing I do. And this is a big part of what I do. And I thank God for allowing me to be here. Back to you.
What? Drop the mic. Ow! That was fire, Monte. Our chats are blowing up. I have notes galore over here. Edwin says Monte equals beast mode, selfless leader from day one, always there pouring 120% every single day. Monte, without a doubt, I agree completely. Amazing. I mean, you said it all between the 80 to 20%. Remember, 80% of the world is not going to want to do what you do. Allow them to just be customers in your platform, on your store. 20% are you going to be your builders. And you talk about the 1%. You know, I'm mentored by the 1%. We're mentored by the 1%. We're the 2%, right? We're in the 2% field where we're all in. Nothing's going to stop us. We got the backbone. We got the why. We got the spirits. We have the motivation to build other leaders, right? And exactly what you said, you got to be the store. You got to have the hours of operations. It's all about promoting. It's all about connecting, and don't let one person take you down. I remember one time, Monte, I was doing a quick tour in the military when I was active duty in Vegas, and I was sharing everybody, right? I was showing it all. And this one guy, I remember exactly, in the hotel lobby, he literally told me that I will not go anywhere if he doesn't join my team. And I laughed in his face, like, you're one person compared to the world. How many people live in your city? Do you know the numbers? Because the numbers never, ever lie. Reach out. Don't stop. Ever. Man, so many notes. You talked about having an action plan, giving the time with your spouse and your son, Malachi, and just letting them know, like, what are the hours you want me to be available for you? Because it's spirit, it's family, and then it's business, right? So I loved how you made spouse management time, right? And then everything else fell along the lines. I was hearing one of our great mentors, Jefferson, last night, and he was like, up till 2-3 in the morning sometimes, taking meetings and thanking his wife, like literally thanking her and pleading to her that he allowed her to build without any kind of hesitation, and just being that amazing spouse. Wow, Monte, you crushed it. And I really have nothing else to say except that I love you. I have the utmost respect for you. Thank you for always standing your ground, no matter whether you had the leadership, the mentorship to guide you. Without a doubt, when you have God as number one, that is your number one source to be led, right? And to guide others. So if you're out there and you're watching and you may not have a leader or a mentor or a team person that's going to be leading the charge, you are the leader. You are the one. Step up, stand your ground, be connected to your source, and take massive action. Monte Hay, we're cheering you on. I know you got big goals this month. Go crush it, brother. What is one last thing we'll leave you with, or leave everyone with, and we'll close it out then.
Hey, I love each and every one of you. Everybody that's tuning in. Everybody's tuning in now. Everybody's tuning in later. Just the fact that you're here, it really means a lot. I call it that fuel that's never been invented. So if I'm walking around, I got jet fuel right now. All of y'all are fired. All of y'all fire, y'all pouring on me, y'all pouring into me. And then now it's a must. Now that I know that people are watching, hold me accountable to what I say that I'm going to do. And find that accountability partner, someone's going to hold our feet to the fire, because, we can't let them off the hook, because if your dreams are that big and your dreams is something that you want to achieve, just have that person who's going to actually go out there and say, hey, remember when you said you were going to do this, you want to do that? And I ask, just hold me accountable for me, just giving back to my hometown, giving back to Secret, giving back to the team, giving back to humanity, because at the end of the day, I just believe God doesn't sit back and say, well, you got billions and millions of dollars. Man, how many lives you change? How many lives you change in the process? You can go in there, because I think Denzel Washington said this, I never seen a bank, a bank after a hearse or driving behind a hearse. You can't take all that stuff with you. So, but I just want to leave a legacy. I believe that Janice Coleman's on, he said dynasty. I want to live with a dynasty mindset, knowing that it's going to be generation to generation. Maybe the legacy, maybe about 2 or 3, but the dynasty is like 10 or 20. But because at the end of our days, we're going to have that we're born and we die and we go to our deathbed. And I want to make sure someone walk around my tombstone like, they never met me before. Like, I heard about that guy. I heard about Melanie Levitz. I heard about, she changed the world. She changed the game. She was the most phenomenal women that's ever walked the face of this earth. I just want to be remembered. I want everybody to be remembered for doing something, for not just living our life, just going through the motion, but just do it because we have the love for our fellow man, the love for our fellow woman, and Jesus' love. I say, well, people want to hate and hate and hate, but Jesus is love. If Jesus didn't hate, I'm not going to hate. That's who I follow. If I could follow one person, I'm going to drop it right here. One person ever, and that's Jesus Christ. I'm going to leave you right there.
Amen. That's all we need. Thank you, Monte. Thank you, everyone. L for live, R for replay. Share this. Tag your teams. Tag your leaders. Let's get this out. Powerful message today. God bless you, Monte, your team, your family. I love you, brother. God bless.
Love you too, Mel. God bless.